Good evening. Welcome to a hot sunny day here in Australia, about 40 degrees. I'm Kat. This is Buckets. With me always is Luna and Leon. Good evening.
Oh,
Hello.
Before we start to the new subscribers and current subscribers and viewers, I would like to say 1, 2, 3.
happy birthday,
Happy birthday!
Buckets.
Woo! Surprise! Balloons. Fireworks.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Right.
Your surprise birthday party.
Right.
Surprise birthday party.
So that's why you literally said you have no
exactly.
idea whatsoever. Because I was like, are you completely, utterly nuts?
Last time I checked, the answer
You were
was
worrying a little bit there. You were like, how are we gonna do this?
So I've been secretly planning this with the team while you've been under the weather.
Right. Because I had to cancel my birthday party because I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
As a result, no one knows my age.
So that's and the vault gets closed for another year. You can't tell anybody.
So I've been cheekily talking to the family,
Yes.
and we've been planning your surprise birthday party. So here it is.
Oh, this is awesome.
So this is your day.
Hey,
Okay.
Kat, should I get out his surprise birthday present that I got him? Just over here
Yeah.
so I can bring it to him this day? When I
Yes.
get him?
Of course.
All right, hold there, Buckets. I got something for you.
It's not quarantine, is it?
Surprise! It's COVID.
Surprise, happy birthday.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. The problem is it's in the wrong state. But,
It was actually for me, but I'm repurposing. Happy birthday.
no, it's very colourful.
Us three have been working tirelessly to plan it, so you don't see what we're
Well,
saying.
I like this because now I can basically watch this over and over and over and over and over, as if that happy birthday thing is in my hands when really it's not.
Hmm.
I'm quite happy about this.
So
Sorry. I had to dig everything out of I had to dig pretty much everything out of my room because I've been cleaning it up. And apart from that, this is the only place to hide stuff, hide Chrissy presents and shit. So, all right, so this is what, they're Buckets, this is what I've got you, okay? So just stand by. Here we go. I'll do this one at a time, okay?
let's see.
Oh.
Oh, where's Tiger's doll right there?
And just when my team just got new management, perfect timing.
Yeah. Yeah, also got yourself a little West Tigers footy right here.
Oh.
There you go, West Tigers. Not over yet. I still got one more. All right. This was not easy. This was not easy to find, but I got it.
Oh, wow.
West Tigers 2005 Grand Final on DVD.
I was at that game.
The
I was
one
at
that they won.
I was at that game, and the tickets cost I think $450 a ticket. And I was
I
actually
don't know how much it was a ticket, but I know one thing. It was in 2005. Like the day before the grand final. Andrew Voss and what's his name, mate? Johnny Gibbs were at a launch at Rebel Sports at Mount Druitt. I just happened to be in the front row of that. So I was watching that on 2G. So I was watching that when they did that thing on 2UE. But they were there at the Rebel Sport at Mount Druitt the day before that grand final. So
Wow. What a lovely gift. That's a really, really thoughtful and really, you've dedicated it to him. It's really nice.
well,
Absolutely.
the cat gave me like a really good present, actually. She gave me a Mandalorian, all talking, all speaking, all walking. Mandalorian complete with Yoda.
I think you should get it.
Baby,
Them.
yeah, I'll go get it. And I was just completely blown away by what I got, basically.
I also got him a Grogu thing as well.
See, unfortunately, I missed both these guys' birthdays because Kat and Phil, they were over there in with Melbourne
Oh,
when
no,
Kat's
you
gift
were,
arrived.
no, you were with Kat though, because you went out to her birthday, didn't you?
Yeah, that's true. But the present that I got didn't arrive in time, so
Oh, okay.
it arrived. I kid you not, the day of the day when they left. There we go.
Oh,
Just,
wow.
Mandalorian, huh?
Like,
Yeah.
it's really, really, really funny. I mean, like,
Oh, look at baby Yoda.
Almost looks like RoboCop. Yeah.
Wow.
Groot.
I
Mm-mm-mm.
tell you what, you know what, Toy, all right, and throughout history in the decades has not gone away. Star Wars toys.
Yeah, that's true.
They have just keep rolling on, and they've been making more and more. And you know what? Good on them. It's a really cool franchise.
Also, Pokemon stuff hasn't gone away since it started either.
Oh no, definitely. But Pokemon's like really. So I guess Star Wars is really different now too. But Pokemon's really different now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is now that Ash is no longer the main character.
Even so, even the new Pokemons and just it's not like season. You know, the first season 1 to season 3, 4, or 5 is just classic.
if Star Wars made its own currency, like it would be honestly, people would buy that over cash.
Yeah, I think young kids, young preteens back in the 90s, instead of you know instead of doing bad things, all they did was trade Pokemon cards because they're collector's items.
There used to be a tent at Mount Druitt where you used to be able to trade Pokemon cards. Literally, it was literally across the road from the TAFE at Mount Druitt, and I had that every Saturday, Sunday. Now it's just a gigantic parking spot for the train station.
I remember Japan actually banned Pokemon cards from its country because people were buying the shopping with Pokemon cards.
What the heck?
That's
Pokemon cards
crypto.
currency. So that was a real deal, and they were actually really worried that Pokemon was becoming like, gambling just for children. Was another reason why they banned Pokemon.
Well, I don't know about Pokemon cards. I did have Pokemon cards, but I definitely remember battling Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yu-Gi-Oh
I-
cards are massive.
I was never into Pokemon or anything like that. Me as a child, I think I was more into Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was a
Yeah,
really.
same.
I wasn't into Powerpuff Girls. I didn't like them, but Sailor Moon was definitely something I enjoyed watching every weekend.
I love Sailor Moon too. I think you had to have like Foxtel to watch Powerpuff Girls too. You know what? I don't think I
Yeah,
would have been
Cartoon
interested in
Network.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I would have been interested in Pokemon either if I didn't have an older brother. But I definitely remember going to the cinema when the first movie came out. And my mum took me, my brother, and my 3 cousins, and she fell asleep at the start of the movie. We all stayed awake and watched the movie, and then she woke up right at the end of the movie and she told me my whole life. She kept saying, that was the best sleep I ever had, Lisa. That was the best sleep I ever had. That was the best sleep I ever paid for. Oh yeah. What a legend.
Like that. I watched the Keanu Reeves movie, and it was based off Summarize and all sorts of stuff. And the first 15 minutes, I was awake, and then everything after that, I just fell asleep throughout the entire movie. If I ever had,
Which movie?
I don't even remember. I think it was like the 12 Summarize or something like that, or whatever. I fell asleep through it. I absolutely fell asleep through it.
I think for me, I have to go up Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible ain't my thing, but when it comes to The Last Samurai, perfect movie. It's something I would sit down and watch. I think again, I really enjoyed it. And Mavericks 2 was a good one that I gave you for your birthday last year.
Wasn't that the most recent Top Gun?
That's
Or was it this year?
it was.
No, last year.
For your birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
It had to have been last year that
Yeah.
it came out. Yeah.
But you know what? I remember my mom bought tickets to Matilda, the theatre production, and I think the reason it was actually at the Opera House, actually in Sydney, and those tickets would have cost something like $100 a ticket. They were actually quite expensive, and I actually fell asleep during that. Because I think the show was at like 10 o'clock in the morning, I think, and I was partying hard the night before, and I was just trying to recuperating from a freaking hangover, and I just fell asleep. Again, 15 minutes. I watched 15 minutes of it, and then after that, I just fell asleep through
Well,
it.
a nice
best-
dark room, quiet.
Can I go off?
That's a no-brainer, mate.
Can I go off topic for a second?
Sure.
Now, we in Australia, we've always had the tradition of our parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, nieces, nephews, children go to the city for carols, but in the domain. Now, for about the last 3 years, they sell tickets, but that's a problem. Second of all, this year, I only recognized 6 out of maybe 20 artists or performers or actors for carols in the domain. I only found 6 that I knew, and the rest I'm like, who are these people? Where did they find these? Like, maybe 7, including the Wiggles. But
I knew you'd say that.
But
See, I was about to say, like, they don't have the Wiggles anymore. It's like, what?
no, but
They can't do this to me.
7, including the Wiggles. But the rest, I don't even know who they are. I have to say, I'm sorry, Channel 7. I mean, no disrespect, but carols in the domain is crap. Carols by Candlelight is top notch. Melbourne, every year, I salute you. They really, really, really got one up on carols by Candlelight.
Do you know what I just remember about carols in the domain? Is getting a really uncomfortable blanket, sitting in the coldest, dirtiest spot imaginable, flanking your back on the floor, in next door to people that you don't actually know for a bar or so, trying to sing the songs, and at best, basically moving a big beach ball all across the domain, just trying to keep yourself entertained.
Yep.
Heavily sponsored by the Salvation Army. That's all that was that every single year. And now it's exactly the same thing, only they charge you for it. Before it was free, before you broke your back for free. Now they're charging you to break your back. So I'm just like, whatever Melbourne's got to offer in by carols by Candlelight, right, it's got to be 100 times better than what Sydney's.
Do you want to know something? I've never been, and I don't know anyone that's ever been to the carols by Candlelight in the city. I feel like that's not something that like a whole lot of Melburnians would participate in. There is definitely like other carols by candlelight events in your area that like people would go to. I've gone to them before. However, when it comes to going into the city, that's like buy a ticket type of thing, and I think they would cost a fair whack to get in. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anyone that's ever been.
Why would you see? This is the thing. Like I've been to Melbourne. I loved Melbourne. We went to those comedy clubs in Melbourne. That's like $12 to watch top stars. I'm not going to be bored to death. I'm not going to break my back. Okay, and I don't have to listen to Christmas carols because I can get those off YouTube for free.
No, but I have to say, Melbourne carols by Candlelight, I have to say every year it just gets better and better with David Campbell at the helm.
I feel like it's all for the TV, kind of, at the end of the day, the ones in Melbourne.
But when you see these kids just singing and dancing, especially when you see in the domain kids dancing to the Wiggles, even adults dancing to the Wiggles, it's kind of heartwarming. But no disrespect to them, but Channel 9 has it top notch. What do you think, Leon?
Well, I've just had a look at what's going on with the carols carols in the domain this year. I do see obviously, your most notable ones, as you mentioned, the Wiggles, Dammy M, Casey Donovan. I'm not sure about Paulini's status because, as I understand now, she is banned from driving a car ever again. Now, I believe
don't like Paulini.
I believe that news came through this morning, I believe. But apart from that, I don't really see many artists I've recognised. Mahalia Barnes, obviously, I'd recognise that. The cast from Tina. apart from that, I reckon they all are probably going to shamelessly plug Woolworths or something in this whole bloody. It's going to be like a shameless Woolworths plugger. That's what I think.
I have a suggestion, right? Okay, if Snoop Dogg can do the not Uber Eats, what's the other one?
Menu log.
If Snoop Dogg can do the menu log ads, then surely he can do carols by candlelight. You know,
He did a Christmas song. He did a Christmas song. He did a version of Santa Claus Comes Straight to the Ghetto.
I'm thinking like if we had like a budget of, let's say, I think he's the stipend would probably be like 1.5 mil for a performance. Then sure. But I think 1.5 mil is for everyone. I think that's the
if the Australian government fund an entire footy side that's not even in Australia, surely we can get Snoop Dogg, to basically come.
I agree with you. However, if it was the government organizing the carols by candlelight, I would be like, sure, yeah. However, I'm assuming that it's some sort of party coordinator, not working for the government, probably working for the stadium that is planning this event. I would not put this down as a government sector at all. I don't know about you guys, but
No, but they've taken over everything.
and
else.
back to you.
You know what I love is I'm able to get away with it this year and do this surprise birthday without you knowing what's going on.
Right, right. I had no idea, to be honest. Though no one told me. Emails. Oh, by the way, we're going to surprise Phil with his birthday.
I mean, why would we tell you to
Well,
surprise
that was the point. Yeah.
It's no, I'm actually this actually happened when Kat and I met for the first time. She actually gave me a surprise birthday party before, and I didn't see that one coming.
So let me tell you the story. We were at the Bayview in Belated, and he said to me, "Just say you're Bucket's girlfriend." I came in, was introduced to everyone like some sort of show pony. Met his friends, absolutely loved them. And then I took two of his friends aside and said, "Listen, it's Phil's birthday. I want to do something for him that I don't want him to know that I'm doing this. Can someone go down to like Woolies or Coles, get like a chocolate mug cake with a candle?" So one of his friends at the time, Gordo, who we love, went down there, got a Coles chocolate mug cake with a candle, and we turned off. I said to his friend Chris Mackay, "Turn off the lights and Benny G, and we'll all sing happy birthday to him, and I'll present him with the cake."
And Charlie paid for all the drinks. He literally put his card and gave everyone free drinks for the whole night. And I didn't see that coming. No one told me about it. It was basically planned on the night, but no one told me about it. No one, I had no idea that people were going to do that for me.
Like as a quote girlfriend, it was like, oh, Bucket's fiance is going to surprise him with a birthday party. And it was quite the rager, I think.
Yeah, I was completely surprised by it. Like, I just thought like my birthday was just going to be a low key kind of thing, get a cake, whatever. I didn't even buy my own cake. I just thought I'm going to eat dinner, have some karaoke, and then that's about it, and then go home. But then I was surprised by my friends. So yeah, that was the role.
I think with us as a family, I think it shows how much we love each other here on Cat Space, how much we're into each other. I think each birthday is special and each moment is special. Now that we're at Christmas, I have started to reflect back, and I gotta say, I'm the luckiest person alive to have a partner and a brother and a sister, and friends, best friends, and I feel privileged and honored that I get to do this every week to 2 weeks and just sit here and be myself and open up. Like it means the world to me. This is life to me.
So how long did this take for you to basically organize?
About a week to 2 weeks.
A week to 2 weeks to organize?
Yeah.
Of just keeping me at bay?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
You know what's going to be fun? Watching me fold this thing up again. I've actually narrowed it down. I've actually nailed it down to about 20 or 30 seconds now. But when I started to fold this sheet behind me, you can't see it because it's obviously replaced by an image. When I take the image out to green screen, it originally took me half an hour to figure out how to fold it into position so I could get it packed up. Now I've nailed it down to about 30 seconds. So that's
Yeah.
it is so huge and it's so
It,
hard. to
it, it
fold the
would be
first time.
nice. I'm not gonna lie, it would be nice if it was maybe 2 times the size that it is now, more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just so it covers the whole background. I knew that was gonna happen. But possibly if you move it closer to you towards your back, that could alleviate this problem.
Yeah, there is another issue. I don't know whether or not you guys can see it, but there is some particles. I don't know whether or not you can see on the screen. I don't know if you can. That's also due to the fact that the light is not powerful enough to reflect off the green screen. So I've only got like a small tube USB light.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll get an
You'll have to get
yeah,
a studio light or something.
absolutely. You can get it on special right now at
Even
EB.
I think a ring light would work as well.
Yeah, it might.
Sorry,
Can
Phil, go on.
Sail in a yacht or something like that, or a surfboard.
Yeah, that's the real question. Can you put like an alien running behind you, or like a happy birthday Philip or something? Or
I probably could now because because I'm using XSplit at the moment, so that's the reason I'm actually able to get that background in the green screen. So just you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll see if I can.
I
I'll
think
just
for us,
gotta split things.
we need this, we need one that's triple the size of that to cover all
We
of
don't have the
this.
space for that. Seriously,
I think we would.
wouldn't it just be easier to, just paint the wall green?
I thought of that idea, but I think it probably won't work as good as you think because there'll be still stuff in the background. See.
And we'll lose the bond as well. But no one gives a crap about that, really.
Yeah. But I just, I mean, I don't know what
It's just
Melbourne
their life savings, that's all.
I don't know
Don't
what
worry
Melbourne is like during the summer year. Like yesterday, Philip and I went with our friend Leslie, and she drove us around, and we saw all these beautiful houses on Cumberland Road. We didn't have time to take pictures. I'm going back Saturday with my mom and Philip. But all these beautiful houses on Cumberland Road, like, and all these houses in between, like, it just they outdo themselves year in year out. Like they literally outdo, like with the cost of living crisis, the fact that they use it to put a smile on people's faces and have like a Mr. and little kids like running around touching things, looking at things.
But that's not even the best part. The best part is the fact that, okay, so they do have the best houses that are completely lit up, and like to the point where Channel 9 actually go up and film these houses, right? But they have a street called Bogan Street there. I'm not
Well-
even joking. And people were walking down Bogan Street and said, yep, that guy's definitely going down Bogan Street in his shorts.
Listen, we've all got a little bogan in us, all right? Number one. Number two, I would be a proud resident of Bogan Street. I don't know what you're talking about.
There is literally a street called Bogan Street.
Uh,
About that. And
Bogan Street and its proud residents. Like,
Right. And that's what the lights are as well. Only the best ones. Oh, okay, I can see this. Right, fantastic.
Hey, look, it's got you in the middle.
I like that there's like a Corona in the middle.
My nickname actually was Buckets because I actually don't drink that much.
In other words, you're getting COVID. No, joking.
No, I got okay, so in the Bayview is this nice pub in Latesville, and they used to have a deal. I think maybe they might still have this deal. I'm not sure, but the deal was it was $25 a bucket of Corona, and it came with ice, and it looked quite classy and stuff like that. And I would buy drinks for all my karaoke friends every single week for about $25. And then they would buy drinks as well for me. And they would buy drinks, and then they would buy drinks, and they would buy drinks. But the thing is, I wasn't really a big drinker. I drank maybe one beer max, and then I would share the rest with my friends. But because I did it so often, they ended up just calling me buckets. But when they got a bit hungry, like for example, they wanted some nachos, I think like that. And then I started buying everyone nachos, and then they started calling me nacho. You know,
And then
but
and then you got a haircut and they started calling you haircut. And then you had a car accident and they started calling you one leg.
right. The thing is, right, I went to Penrith, right, and I told them this story about how I got the name, buckets. And I think they said to me, "Oh, we don't actually serve buckets here. We serve jugs. So you want to be called jugs instead."
We're gonna call you Jugs, mate. You know what's funny? This could have taken a turn for the worst, and your name could have been Corona. I'm just putting that out there. Imagine your nickname being Corona during COVID.
Oh, I
During
was
the
really
peak of COVID. No one would have spoken to you. You would have been exiled from the community just for having the name. How dare you have the same name?
I was really
virus.
annoyed that they used my favorite beer as the biggest, illness to basically kill everyone with. And then I thought, okay, well, it can't get much worse than this, right? And then they basically got one of my all-time favorite artists, which was of course Delta, and they took that name as well, and I was really annoyed at that.
I met Delta once. She's a lovely lady.
And then 3,000 years from now, there was a god named Omicron, and they bloody took that too.
Do you know,
I'm sure they got that from Transformers or something like that. I'm sure of it.
I have a very, very special name for Philip that I always use. I think you guys have heard me use it.
Hubba hubba.
And that name is Mr. Bubbles.
I think Luna said it in Melbourne, which took me by surprise. I think
Sorry. Sorry, I couldn't mute in time. Apologies.
I called about a few years ago. I started calling you Phoenix because I think Philip. I've always seen him to be my Phoenix, like rising from the ashes. So that's what I love about him.
I've actually, you know what's hilarious? I have this list of like child names that I like, and at the top of my list is actually Phoenix, and there's also Angel.
Yeah, like I said to him, if we have a son, I think I want to call him Phoenix Andrew.
The thing is, like, I reckon I got that name because, well, it was just a really, really hot 40-degree day one day, and I got sunburnt and ashed out from the unforgiving sun in Australia,
Today for our viewers, I'll just let you know, today was hot and muggy. We are currently in the La Niñas. I think it was La Niñas. So that means that, lots of rain and thunderstorms and everything. And today was disgustingly hot. And yeah, just evaporating the water and walking to work and walking back home. Whew.
We have the roofer coming to fix our roof tomorrow, so hopefully, if there's another sudden storm, we won't be.
Hopefully. My house is currently the whole floors are like sopping wet because of the condensation. Like literally, it's a puddle out there. Your feet are soaked by the time you come back to the bedroom.
Reminds me of the hotel we were in.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the hotel, Leon.
That dryer was cozy.
Yeah.
Leon.
Hello. That's Stuart Griffin walking across the street. Sorry.
Let me tell you about the hotel room. No offense. Let me tell you about this hotel room shower.
Oh yeah.
We were in.
That one.
the bad hotel shower room. The one we were in Melbourne, the first time we went.
Yeah.
I don't think it's meant for a couple. I think it's meant for a single person. It has a kitchen. It has a burner on the kitchen so you can cook, and it has a mini fridge. Inside is the shower and bathroom. Now the shower doesn't have a door.
Uh-huh.
So when you shower, it pisses outside as well.
It was just like a little half glass, but the spout was pointing so far out, I'm guessing that the whole floor would have flooded every time you use a shower, which is, I think they do that. I remember watching something a long time ago and they mentioned that, and it was done on purpose for some reason, but I can't remember why.
What it is.
Not that I'm going
Because-
to remember, but
No, I know why they did it on purpose, because the towels would be purposely wet. So you would have to purposely pay money to basically dry your towel. Or something along those lines.
oh yes, say okay, it was something like that. It wasn't that, but it was something like, yeah, see what I mean? I thought I was actually leaning towards more like, I think they don't put the doors on because of cleaning, but no. Oh, there's a reason. I know there's a reason that they do that. But there's a lot of people who have complained about that in hotel rooms before. I don't know why they do that. It's so silly.
When we were staying in Melbourne, Phil and I were walking around, I think because Luna was working. And I said to Philip, I'm thirsty. Let's go to the Novotel for a drink. I just want to have a drink. We went to the Novotel to have a drink, and I said to him, if only I could have a chance for one more day
Oh, God.
to stay at the Novotel. I just want to stay once. Even if it's just, if we can't afford the whole 8 to 10 days, I want to stay once. 3 days later, I don't know how the universe heard me, but my wish was granted. We went from a shitty 0.1 star hotel to this luxe Novotel. He had a bed, I had a bed, the shower was luxe, the food was luxe. It was like,
And we got to stay one extra day in Melbourne, only in a really expensive hotel.
Yeah.
And
Did they provide for the hotel or what?
we had to pay for it ourselves.
Wow.
apparently we're supposed to be getting compensation for it once the claim comes through, but they're not going to pay the whole thing. They'll only pay 2/3 of it.
That's so fucking sorry about that.
That's stingy, man.
That's absolutely like nonsense. I honestly, but for someone to put you out and then make you
Pay for
pay
it.
it's not pay for it, but pay stipend is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's not how they should actually pay for the whole thing and then grant you something on top of that for the inconvenience.
Oh my god! I like I'm never ever going to fly Virgin ever again. And anyone that says that Jetstar is the worst airline is lying,
Well,
because Jetstar is not the worst airline out there.
look, I'm sure there was plenty of families and people who chose to stay at that airport for that entire time.
you know,
But do you know what? There was 3 Sydney flights that night, because we were supposed to depart at 5:45 and land in Sydney at 7:10. Yeah, and land at 7:10.
Mm.
And in the hotel in the morning in Novotel, I get this email saying, sorry, your flight's been cancelled. And I swear at 1 o'clock in the morning, at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm going, what the fuck is going on? And then they're like, and we had another booking, which was at 10 o'clock at night that they gave us. Like that. So I'm like, how the fuck are we going to get, pardon my French, how are we going to get home? And then it said, no, so it's 8:30 in the morning, we're supposed to go. It cancelled. 10 o'clock at night, it cancelled. Said, okay, you fly out at 5:45 and land in Sydney by 7:10. We went to the airport at 2 o'clock in the afternoon just to make time to be at the gate, just in case they let us in early. We went there, had lunch, sat in the wrong gate for 3 hours.
yeah. And
For
we
3 hours.
and they didn't tell us.
They didn't tell us anything.
Yeah, and then we had to wait in another gate. And the only reason why I found out is because we were getting anxious to go, hey, are we even in the right gate? And for which they said, no, it's being switched. And on top of that, if that wasn't the worst thing, they said, someone's luggage was on board our luggage, on our plane, sorry. And they said that he hadn't boarded the plane yet, so they suspected it was a piece of luggage that might have had a bomb on it. And they said,
Or had something in it.
everyone sit tight. Okay, we've just got to find this piece of luggage, but everyone sit tight for 40 minutes whilst we find this suspected piece of luggage because the person that was meant to be on the flight isn't on the flight.
Mm.
Yeah, so they had to look for a luggage that was suspicious, and the person who put it in didn't board our flight. So we waited and waited and waited, and then as we were just about to leave, they make a halt, and the captain goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, captain speaking. Unfortunately, the other Virgin flight to Queensland has been cancelled. Both pilot and co-pilot are coming aboard to fly our plane to Sydney. Please, sorry about the inconvenience."
Now we saw the pilot get on the plane, and when I saw the pilot, I was like, "Okay, that's great. We're going to fly now."
I
This is
reckon they
so-
were stalling that whole time, waiting for that pilot to show up because they didn't have a pilot.
Right, but he showed up where the terrorist was supposed to sit, and
Well, the
basically
suspicious person.
the suspicious person was meant to sit, and we were just like, "Okay, hang on a minute." So he's not actually flying the plane; he's just basically become a customer instead of a pilot
Oh, so he didn't even fly. He had just sat on the plane.
on the plane.
He's got
All
a
right, so they did have a pilot, and there you go.
in Leon. We get to Sydney at 9 o'clock at night. We land. We're on the tarmac of domestic. Captain comes. "Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, before you unbuckle your seatbelt, we are having problems parallel parking the plane."
And then it was like this.
Kind of reminds me of an episode of Beavis and Butthead. You know, he's going in and out. You know, I saw that start of Beavis and
If you
Butthead.
don't, if you don't get it
I was pissing
perfect
myself
straight
laughing.
away, right? Honestly, though, if you don't get that when you're pulling up to the terminal, imagine how massive a plane is. It's not like a car that you can just drive it forward and drive back. A taxi has to pull it forward, and then a taxi has to push it back again.
Oh dear.
They wouldn't get an L driver on the plane, right? I mean, that's. I mean,
You leave them alone, right? They got you there. You believe in Virgin.
But the pilot must have heard, because I burst out laughing. I couldn't help myself. My laugh heard me, and the pilot must have heard me, and he went on the PA and he was cracking up too. He started laughing. He goes, "I know, I'm really, really sorry," but I'm like, seriously, you cannot parallel park the plane? What are we, 5?
I'm amazed that they even got the plane off the air. I was just
That's
thinking,
gonna sorry, go on.
bus, and we're going to drive. to-
I bet you for the next 5 to 6 years, he's gonna think about that time when he was flying a plane and he couldn't parallel park, and then he heard someone laugh. He's gonna think about that. That's gonna shake his confidence forever.
Oh dear.
But do you know, the thing is, we got into the airport. We picked up our luggage, and I'm telling you should have seen it from the moment we were sitting at that gate. I really was not in a mood. I wanted to rip the guy's head off.
Yep, she did, and I had to literally settle down, and I was this close to actually going, "Yeah, do you mind like handcuffing my wife so she doesn't kill someone? Like, it's for your own safety."
Jeez.
I went from psychotic to emotional to tired to psychotic again, emotional again, back to psychotic till I got on the plane.
Emotional damn.
And then
You-
when the plane landed, she laughed.
No, we got off the plane, went to grab our luggage, had to go downstairs to the train station, 45 degrees inside, we're sweating. And
No
then
air conditioning? What?
And yeah, we had to actually, because it was really complicated with Virgin. Like for example, they took our luggage off the tarmac thing, and you know how it usually goes on a conveyor belt thingy. They actually took our luggage off, so we thought we lost our luggage. Until I spotted it on the side, and
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, thank God, we've got it," kind of thing.
But do you know what? I went from 4 seasons in one day
Mm.
to an insane 45-degree airport, 45-degree train station. And then we had to get off at Parramatta, catch the train to Wentworthville. And then walking home was even so tiring. We got home, both showered, and then we just passed out.
Yeah.
I don't remember
we
anything
just-
past that.
I think like I had some soup or something because I was starving, but I just passed out like that. I was knocked out.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So good times.
Yeah, but do you know what?
I feel like
I'm-
that story made me sleepy.
I couldn't wait to get home to my bed. Like, as much as I love being in hotels, I couldn't wait to get home to my bed. Like, my bed, I missed my bed. Like,
I remember when I was a kid and we used to go away and I'd come home and the first thing I would do was lay in my bed. My bed, my pillows, my blanket, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. I miss this. I miss this place.
I remember when we were kids in New Zealand and, you know, Dad would take us camping.
Yeah, exactly. We would get home from camping and then
I would say to my dad, why don't we sleep in a hotel somewhere? And he's like, why would you want to sleep in a hotel when you can sleep in your own bed? And at the time, I was a child. I was thinking, oh, luxurious. We always got what we wanted. We're spoiled brats, you know, we're spoiled, especially me. But now I get it. And, you know, now I get why my dad said that. It's because your own bed is the most incredible thing you'll have. Like, your bed, Luna, was perfect. I could have slept on that easy. Like, your bed was amazing.
you know what's funny? I literally work and strive to make that happen. Like it didn't just happen. My bed used to suck, and then I slowly got, you know, this pillow and that blanket and that, and then I thought, oh, let me get this set, and then I got this, and then after 3 or 4 years, I was like, all right, I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
Lena was definitely coming around around our hotel every day because we didn't have any proper housekeeping. So Lena was our housekeeper.
All you could have done is wake up in the morning and just thrown the blanket straight, and you never did it, not even once. It never even crossed your mind. It didn't even cross your goddamn mind, which is what makes my mind go, what? Can't you see that that's looking like a fucking Kleenex?
Oh, Antoine, it looks like he's inside an actual old-timey
TV. I was gonna comment on it, but then I thought, are you the background? Have you gotten that thing to work yet?
The green screen background will work. I just need a brighter light. I don't have a brighter light.
But I thought you were gonna try and put something up like a happy birthday Phil or a
Oh, right,
colourful-
yeah. All right, I'll look for a.
Remember how you said give me a moment, chat amongst yourselves, and then
Oh, right, okay, yeah, no.
and then nothing ever happened.
What do you want for? He's already given me 3 presents. What do you want from me? Then you could demand it.
I love how like you full told us to chat amongst ourselves and then just completely forgot about it straight away. Not even an inkling. Just
Oh yeah, that's right. It's what about that?
I knew I forgot.
That's
to
right, we're
do
recording.
something. I knew I
Yeah.
forgot to do something.
It's not fun.
Right. So let's
so
just
in conclusion, happy birthday. You're moving out. No, I'm joking.
You know what?
I'm moving out today. Do, 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 do.
I think my favorite musician of all time has said this in his lifetime. Has sang this actually. Brian Adams, I love you, dude. His song 18 Till I Die has
Yeah.
always been a mantra for me. Like, I always believe I'm 18 in my soul. And I'll keep saying it, even if I'm 42.
it's scientifically proven, so don't question it.
But
what more proof do you need?
I mean, you only feel, the saying goes, you only feel as old as you think you are.
And
If you look
I'm
at
pretty
that.
sure you think you're 18 or less.
I think I'm a child sometimes. Short,
Well,
tiny.
I mean, I'm
Looking-
sure that's a trauma response. However, I'm almost 100% certain of that. However, I do understand that some people, yes, have a mindset that would fit in an adolescent mind better than what it would in a
There you go. Happy
50 or
birthday,
a
Phil, on this
60-year-old
thing.
or whatever it is. Oh, there we go. Wow. Phil,
Looks-
you're
Happy birthday.
famous.
There you go.
Did we sing happy birthday to him?
Because
Oh,
we
we
didn't do
did. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy
Hey,
birthday to you.
yeah.
Happy
Happy
birthday to
to
you.
you.
Happy
birthday,
birthday, dear Bucket.
Yep, the buckets with him. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you. Woo! Hip hip
You're right.
hooray! Oh, that's right. Hooray! Hooray!
Buckets, make a wish.
Oh, I wish I could get my true age due to Alzheimer's.
I
Don't
wish my
say
friends could sing in sync correctly.
I feel like David Lee Roth when I'm doing this.
Barbie May.
It actually looks really cool in the TV and everything. It looks like you're like presenting a TV special of some kind. If
And
you put on a suit and then made the background look like the 1950s, that could be like an old timey.
Daryl Summers.
It's about if the humidity in here, it makes it feel like about 35 degrees. I ain't putting on a blazer now. It's gonna make me feel like about 50 degrees.
Go
So
and put on a whole costume. Put on a wig, glasses, a fake
Wig.
nose,
fake
makeup,
nose.
everything,
I don't
and
know.
then
Go on.
Wait
Do on,
for
do on. I kind of feel like a news reporter. You're right. And in local news today, young man Philip has just celebrated his birthday on a Zoom meeting, and everyone wished him a happy birthday, even though it wasn't in sync. Back to you.
It's gonna be.
and back to you.
Righty, thank you so much to our subscribers, current, new, and viewers. We hope you enjoyed Bucket's birthday. This was truly a magical moment, not just for me, but all of us.
Oh, it's very
To
magical.
Canada's.
I didn't see this coming at all.
So I want to say thank you so
No one
much.
gave me a memo.
We hope you enjoyed our get together, our celebration for this special man. And we hope to see you guys. Make sure you click and subscribe and like and comment and follow us. We're also on Facebook. And don't forget to hit us up on Spotify as well. Make sure you follow us there. We look forward to bringing you. There is one more podcast for the year before we finish out. Our Christmas special is coming up next week. So make sure you get your friends and family members dress up in your best Christmas attire as we are ushering out 2023 with our Christmas special. Good night. Stay safe wherever you are. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Until then, see you next week.
Till then.
Right.